Every morning is a battle not against the world, but against yourself. How you wake up, how you think, and what you choose in those first moments will decide everything. Here, we talk about owning your mornings before they own you, choosing discipline over comfort, feeding your mind before the world fills it with noise, and building the small habits that lead to big change. We silence excuses before they speak and move with purpose from the very first step. This isn't about motivation that fades. This is about building a life you can't wait to wake up to. So if you're ready to rise stronger, think sharper, and live with intention every single day, you're in the right place. Your mornings decide your future. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. If you roll out of bed late, already tired, already distracted, chasing the clock instead of leading it, you've lost control before the day even began. But if you wake up with purpose, with intention, and you own those first hours, you've already won before most people have even started. Think about it. The world is full of people running around reacting to life. They open their eyes and immediately grab their phone, notifications, messages, news. The noise of everyone else's agenda fills their mind before they've even had a moment to breathe. And then they wonder why they feel anxious, why they can't focus, why they feel like they're always behind. It's because they gave their mornings away. They handed over their power before they even had their first cup of coffee. You can't live like that and expect greatness. You can't feed your mind chaos and expect peace. You can't start in a rush and expect to move with clarity. That's why the way you start your day matters so much. Your mornings aren't just about time, they're about momentum. They are the launch pad for everything you'll do, everything you'll achieve, and everything you'll become. When you own your mornings, you send a message to yourself and to the world that you are in control. You're not waiting for motivation to show up. You're not hoping things will go right. You're building the day you want from the ground up, one choice at a time. That alarm clock goes off and you get up, not because you feel like it, but because you made a decision. And every morning you follow through on that decision. You're training your mind to obey your goals instead of your feelings. Some people wait for the perfect day to start, the perfect time, the perfect conditions, but the truth is, perfection is a myth. There is no perfect day, there's just today, there's just this morning. And if you can't win this morning, you're going to struggle to win any day. That's why I tell you, don't just wake up, rise up. Wake up with intention. Wake up with the mindset that today is yours to take. You've got to guard that time like your life depends on it, because it does. The first hour after you wake up is sacred. It's the time to set your focus, to decide who you're going to be today, before the world decides it for you. Read something that feeds your mind. Write something that clarifies your vision. Move your body so your energy matches your ambition. Pray, meditate, breathe, whatever it takes to align yourself with the person you're becoming. Here's the thing, it's not just about what you do, it's about what you refuse to do. You refuse to hit snooze. You refuse to check your phone first thing. You refuse to start your day in chaos. You refuse to let the old habits that have been holding you back sneak into your morning and steal your momentum. You set a standard for yourself that's higher than convenience. You live by it every day. And yes, it's hard at first. Change always is. That bed will feel warm. That snooze button will feel easy, but easy has never made anybody great. Comfort has never built a champion. Every time you choose to start strong, you're building a habit. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you're stacking a win before the day even gets moving. And the truth is, those small wins add up. They compound. One day you'll look back and realize that everything you've built, the success, the strength, the confidence, it all started because you decided to own your mornings. Don't underestimate the power of that choice. It's not just about productivity, it's about identity. Every morning you're telling yourself who you are. Are you someone who drifts through life, letting circumstances decide your path? Or are you someone who leads your life, starting from the very first moment of the day? That's a question only you can answer, and you answer it with your actions. So tomorrow, when the alarm rings, remember this: your morning is your foundation. If you build it strong, the rest of the day will stand on it. If you build it weak, the day will crumble. The choice is yours. And if you're serious about changing your life, start by changing your morning. Because if you can win the morning, you can win the day. And if you can win enough days, you can win your life. Own your morning, own your life. Discipline before comfort. That's the choice that separates those who dream from those who do. The person who chooses discipline over comfort in the morning has already won long before the day even starts. You see, comfort will always whisper to you. It will tell you to stay in bed a little longer. It will tell you that you can start tomorrow. It will tell you that you've earned a break, even though the truth is, you haven't even earned the day yet. And if you listen to that voice too often, it will steal more than just your mornings, it will steal your potential. Discipline, on the other hand, doesn't whisper. It commands. It says, get up. It says, move. It says, do what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. Discipline isn't concerned with your feelings. Discipline is loyal to your future. And the beautiful thing is, when you obey discipline, your future starts to obey you. Most people lose their day before it even begins, and they don't even realize it. They lose it the moment they hit that snooze button. They lose it when they let the warm bed, the soft pillow, the easy comfort make the decision for them. And then they spend the rest of the day wondering why they feel behind, why they feel guilty, why they can't get momentum. The truth is, momentum was lost the moment they chose comfort over discipline. You have to train yourself to understand that comfort is the enemy of growth. Comfort makes you soft. Comfort makes you settle. Comfort convinces you that you're okay where you are when deep down you know you're not living anywhere close to your potential. And the morning is the perfect battleground to fight that fight, because it's when your mind is at its weakest and your excuses are at their loudest. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you build something that can't be taken from you: self-respect. You look in the mirror and you know you can count on yourself. That's worth more than motivation. That's worth more than talent, because motivation fades. Talent can be outworked, but discipline will carry you through the days when motivation is nowhere to be found. It doesn't matter if it's raining, if you're tired, if you had a long day yesterday. Discipline shows up anyway. Discipline doesn't negotiate with how you feel. It doesn't ask for your permission. It demands you do the work, and in return, it gives you something comfort never will progress. The thing about discipline is, it doesn't feel good in the moment. Waking up when you don't want to, that's not fun. Pushing yourself when your body's saying stop, that's not comfortable. But comfort is temporary. Discipline builds forever. And the more you practice it, the stronger it gets. At first, it will feel like a fight every single morning. But over time, discipline becomes who you are. You stop asking, should I? And you start saying, this is just what I do. The morning is your test every single day. Will you listen to that voice that says, just 5 more minutes? Or will you rise and take control before the world has a chance to pull you in every direction? This is why discipline is so powerful, because it's the one choice that makes all the other choices easier. When you've already conquered yourself in the first hour, nothing the day throws at you feels as big. And here's the thing, discipline isn't punishment. Discipline is freedom. It frees you from regret. It frees you from wasted time. It frees you from the life you don't want, because it builds the life you do want, one decision at a time. But freedom always has a cost, and that cost is the comfort you have to give up. Every time you choose discipline, you're telling your future self, I've got you. Every time you choose comfort, you're telling your future self, you're on your own. And if you want to wake up years from now proud of the life you've built, you can't afford to keep leaving your future self alone to clean up the mess. So tomorrow, when that alarm rings, you have a choice. You can choose what feels good in the moment, or you can choose what will feel great in the long run. You can let comfort win, or you can rise with discipline and take the victory before the sun has even fully risen. Because when you choose discipline before comfort, you've already won the day. Feed your mind before the world feeds it for you. The moment you open your eyes, there's a fight for your attention. The world is waiting to throw its noise, its negativity, its distractions right into your lap. If you're not intentional, you'll let it in before you've even had a chance to breathe. And once it gets in, it starts shaping your thoughts, your mood, and your direction for the day, whether you realize it or not. Most people wake up and their first move is to grab their phone. Notifications, emails, breaking news, social media, 1,000 different voices, all screaming for your mind's attention. And just like that, you've handed over the keys. You've given the world permission to set your tone, to plant seeds in your mind, and to decide how you're going to feel before you've even spoken a word to yourself. That's why so many people spend their days anxious, reactive, and unfocused, because they let the world feed them before they fed themselves. You have to understand your mind is like fertile soil. Whatever you plant in it first thing in the morning grows the fastest. Plant fear, doubt, drama, gossip, and it will spread through your day like weeds. But if you plant discipline, gratitude, vision, and purpose, that's what will take root. And that's what will carry you forward when challenges come. That's why the first moments of your day are sacred. They're not for the world, they're for you. Before you let anyone else's voice in, you have to fill your mind with the right words, the right thoughts, the right actions. Read something that lifts you up, not something that drags you down. Speak affirmations over yourself. Write down your goals. Pray, meditate, move your body. Whatever it takes to make sure that before the world has a chance to tell you who you are, you've already told yourself. Because here's the truth, the world doesn't care about your goals. The world isn't going to fight for your focus. It's going to try to pull you into its agenda. It's going to bombard you with noise until you forget what matters to you. And if you don't have a plan to feed your mind with purpose every morning, you will become a victim of distraction. When you take time in the morning to direct your thoughts, you're not just protecting your day, you're protecting your future. Every powerful decision, every breakthrough, every act of courage you take starts in the mind. If you leave your mind unguarded, you're leaving your future unguarded. But when you choose to start your day with intention, you're building a wall against the negativity, the fear, the doubt that tries to sneak in. And this isn't about being perfect. This isn't about pretending problems don't exist. It's about making sure the first voice you hear in the morning is your own, not the world's. It's about making sure that before you step into the noise, you've built enough strength, clarity, and vision to handle it. Think about it like this: if you were about to run a marathon, you wouldn't start the race without fuel in your body. You wouldn't let yourself go hungry and weak before the hardest miles even started. But that's exactly what so many people do with their mind. They step into the marathon of life with nothing positive, nothing empowering, nothing grounding in their system, and then they wonder why they're exhausted halfway through the day. You have to feed your mind with strength. You have to feed it with direction. You have to feed it with truth, not tomorrow, not when you have time, every single morning. Because every morning you don't, the world will feed it for you. And I promise, the world's menu is not designed to help you win. So tomorrow, when you wake up, guard your first moments. Protect them like your life depends on it, because it does. Fill them with the thoughts, the words, and the actions that push you forward. Let that be the fuel you run on for the rest of the day. And when the noise comes, and it will, you'll be ready, because you've already decided who you are, what you stand for, and where you're going. Feed your mind before the world feeds it for you. Small habits create big change. We all want the big moment, the dramatic turnaround, the one instant that changes everything. But the truth is, greatness isn't built in a single moment. It's built in 1,000 small ones. The quiet choices you make when no one is watching. The daily actions that seem too small to matter until they do. Every single day, you're casting votes for the person you want to become. When you wake up early, you cast a vote for discipline. When you exercise instead of making excuses, you cast a vote for health and strength. When you read, when you learn, when you practice gratitude, you cast a vote for wisdom, for resilience, for a stronger mind. The more votes you cast in one direction, the more you become that person. It's not magic, it's not luck, it's consistency. The problem is, most people underestimate the power of small habits because they don't see immediate results. They think, I went to the gym once and nothing changed, or I saved a little money and I'm still broke. So they stop, but that's like planting a seed, coming back the next day, not seeing a tree, and deciding it was a waste of time. You have to give it time, you have to water it, you have to keep showing up even when you don't see the payoff yet. Small habits work both ways. The same way good habits can build you, bad habits can break you. Skipping one workout might not hurt you today, but make a habit of it and you'll feel it. Spending a little extra money you don't have might not ruin you this week, but keep doing it and it will catch up to you. Just like small, positive choices compound into strength and success, small negative choices compound into weakness and regret. And here's the thing, you can't cheat the process. You can't skip the small steps and expect the big rewards. The people you see winning at the highest level aren't there because of one huge decision. They're there because of years of small, deliberate, disciplined actions stacked on top of each other. They built themselves brick by brick, habit by habit, choice by choice. That's why your mornings matter so much. That's why your routines matter so much. You might think it's just one morning, just one choice, just one habit, but those are the building blocks of your future. Every single day, you are either building or breaking yourself. You are either moving closer to who you want to be or further away. When you start looking at your life through that lens, you realize there's no such thing as a throwaway day. There's no such thing as a meaningless choice, because it all counts, it all adds up, and when you start making those small, intentional choices every day, something shifts. You start to feel it, your confidence grows, your energy grows, your belief in yourself grows, and one day people look at you and say, you've changed. But you know the truth, you didn't change overnight. You built it. So stop looking for the one big move that will solve everything. Stop waiting for the perfect time to start. Start small. Start with what you can control today. Wake up 10 minutes earlier. Read 1 page. Do 5 push-ups. Drink more water. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Don't underestimate those small wins, because they're the foundation of something much bigger. Over time, those small habits start to create a new identity. You stop saying, I'm trying to be disciplined, and start saying, I am disciplined. You stop saying, I want to be healthy, and start saying, I am healthy. And when your identity shifts, your life shifts. You stop fighting to stick to good habits, they become part of who you are. That's the power of small habits. They're not just action. They're declarations. Every choice is a statement about who you are and who you're becoming. And if you keep choosing the right ones consistently, without giving up when it feels slow, you'll wake up one day living in the result of all those little choices stacked together. Small habits create big change. Silence the excuses early. The first voice you hear in the morning isn't always a friendly one. Sometimes it's the voice that says, you're too tired. You can start tomorrow. It's not that important today. That voice will give you 100 reasons to put things off, to stay comfortable, to wait until the timing feels right. But if you can shut that voice down before it has the chance to take over, you've already won half the battles you're going to face that day. Excuses are dangerous because they sound reasonable. They wear the disguise of logic. They tell you you need rest, when what you really need is action. They tell you you don't have time, when the truth is you have the same 24 hours as everyone else, you're just not using them yet. If you give excuses a single inch in the morning, they will take the whole day. They will grow louder, stronger, and harder to fight as the hours go by. That's why the morning is your critical moment. It's when your mind is most vulnerable to persuasion, and excuses know this. They don't attack you in the middle of your momentum. They attack you before you've even started, when it's easiest to convince you to do nothing. And if they win that first battle, you've already surrendered most of your power for the day. The solution isn't to negotiate with excuses, it's to cut them off immediately. Don't give them a hearing. Don't reason with them. The moment you feel that hesitation, move, stand up. Step into action before your brain can talk you out of it. You can't overthink your way into discipline. You have to act your way into it. Think about how many dreams have died because of the words "not today." Not today turns into not this week. Not this week turns into not this year. And before you know it, not this year turns into never. Every time you listen to that voice, you're teaching yourself that your comfort matters more than your commitment. But every time you silence it, you're proving to yourself that your goals are non-negotiable. It's not about never feeling like quitting. You will feel that way, everyone does. It's about refusing to let that feeling have the final say. You can't control when the thought shows up, but you can control whether you act on it. And the easiest time to beat it is the moment it appears, not an hour later. Not after you've scrolled your phone, not after you've convinced yourself you'll get to it. Right away. And here's something you need to understand. The strength you need for the big challenges in life is built in these small moments. When you silence excuses in the morning, you're not just winning a tiny fight, you're training yourself to win the big ones. You're building mental muscle. You're creating a pattern of doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. Excuses will always try to talk you out of progress because progress requires effort, and effort is uncomfortable. But comfort won't get you anywhere worth going. The very things that excuses try to save you from the early way, the workout, the reading, the preparation, those are the things that will actually save you in the long run. So tomorrow morning, when you hear that voice telling you to wait, to delay, to take it easy, recognize it for what it is, an attempt to rob you of your day before it even begins. And instead of debating with it, drown it out with action. Make your bed, drink the water, start the run, open the book, get moving so fast that the excuse can't keep up. When you win that first battle, the rest of the day feels different. You move with more confidence. You carry a sense of control. You feel momentum on your side because you've already proven to yourself that you're stronger than your excuses. That early victory changes everything: your focus, your energy, your belief in what you can do. If you want to live a life that's bigger than your fears, your doubts, and your comfort, you have to start by winning the moment that matters most, the first one. Because if you can silence the excuses early, you've already set yourself up to win the day. Move with purpose from the first step. Don't just wake up, rise up. There's a difference between opening your eyes and truly starting your day. Too many people stumble into the morning like they've been dragged into it against their will. They shuffle around, moving slow, checking their phone, waiting for energy to magically appear. But purpose doesn't wait for you to feel ready. Purpose demands you get up and start moving with clarity, with intention, with a refusal to waste time. The first step you take in the morning is more than a physical movement, it's a statement. It tells the world, I'm here, I'm in control, I'm ready to direct my day instead of letting it direct me. If you step into the day lazy, unfocused, distracted, that energy follows you. But if you step into it sharp, deliberate, and intentional, that energy follows you too. Your momentum is shaped in those first few minutes. You have to understand, time is the one thing you'll never get back. You can get more money, you can get new opportunities, but once a moment is gone, it's gone. Every minute you waste wandering aimlessly in the morning is a minute you're stealing from your future. That's why the way you move when you first get up matters so much. It's the tone, setter for everything that comes after. Moving with purpose means you know why you're getting up. You're not just waking up because the alarm says so. You're waking up because you have a mission. You've already decided the night before what your morning will look like, so there's no hesitation, no confusion, no wasted time figuring out what to do. You rise with a plan, and when you do that, something shifts inside you. You walk differently. You carry yourself differently. There's a sharpness in your focus because you've started your day in control. That control carries over into the rest of the day, and you start to notice you're not just reacting to life anymore, you're leading it. It's not about filling every second with busyness. Busyness without purpose is just another form of procrastination. It's about moving with intention, doing what matters most before the world can pull you into what matters least. That might mean working on your craft, getting your workout in, reading something that sharpens your mind, or handling the one task that's going to make the biggest difference today. Whatever it is, you move toward it like it's the only thing that matters in that moment. Purpose kills hesitation. Purpose kills distraction. When you wake up with a clear reason to move, the excuses don't stick the same way. You don't have time to negotiate with laziness because you've already decided where your energy is going. That's the beauty of clarity. It gives you speed. You're not stumbling, you're not second guessing, you're not drifting. You're moving forward because you've chosen the direction. Some people spend their whole morning in a fog because they never set that intention. They wake up, check their phone, scroll through other people's lives, and wonder why theirs feels stuck. It's because they gave away their focus before they ever gave it to themselves. When you move with purpose from the first step, you take ownership of your focus before the world can take it from you. And here's the truth, you're not always going to feel like moving. Some mornings will feel heavy. Some mornings your body will want to quit before it starts. But that's where purpose is stronger than feeling. Purpose says, I know why I'm here. I know what I need to do. And it gets you moving even when comfort tries to hold you back. The difference between someone who lives with intention and someone who drifts through life is simple. One gets up with a reason, the other gets up with a routine they never questioned. One takes the first step toward their goals before sunrise, the other waits for the day to decide for them. You can't afford to let the day decide for you, not if you want to live fully, not if you want to win. Every morning is a chance to plant your flag in the ground and say, this is my day, this is my move. And the way you start with purpose, with clarity, with intention will determine how you finish. Don't just wake up, rise up. Step into your day like it belongs to you, and it will. If this spoke to you, imagine what applying it daily could do for your life. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss your next step toward owning your morning and your future. Rise up. It's your time.